I did not know that God is inside me, and more specifically, inside my body. It's what sustains me. It's what's keeping me alive. It's life. Yeah, for some reason, I was always calling God, God, and having this picture that God is like an important dude up there and whose mercy I am hoping for to be accepted into his kingdom one day. And I even went to church. I was very into church. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Because I tell you, my whole life, I've just been wanting to get closer and closer to God. It's like, that's just how it is. I'm interested in that kind of topic. And prayed. Oh my word, you should have seen my diaries. Such beautiful prayers. But I was always praying to God, who's like over there somewhere. Or like a big ball of brightness somewhere. If it's they're not got a beard, it's some big ball of brightness out there. And then I also learned about Jesus. And I thought it was super interesting. He sounded like a nice guy, but to be honest, I did not understand what was going on there. So I left the church for a while, very respectfully, to my own spiritual journey. And for some mysterious reason, I was doing all kinds of things to connect with my body. Like, I did voice movement therapy, like therapy that is like expressed through the body. So that was I think that was a big coming home into the body, just like into the rawness of the body, of just being like oneself. And meditation, oh my word, was I surprised when we started meditating and they said, put your focus inside, but specifically put it inside your body. I was like, whoa, wow. For the first time, the awareness went into the body. Hey, okay, interesting. And I think that awareness just grew and grew and grew. This internal physical vibrancy, awareness started pulsing through my body, and in conjunction with this fantastic sensation of aliveness, of electricity through my body, which through so many modalities, dancing, voice and movement, choreography, lots of dancing, meditation, yeah, coming home to the body, coming home to the body. And in conjunction to this coming home to the body, I'm looking outside, everything, when I go really deep, started happening in 2018 after a meditation where I go really deep, my consciousness shifts, whereas I start seeing things differently. So it's still exactly what was there, but I am seeing it as completely heavenly. And it's like a physical meditation, and then it flips the consciousness, and you start seeing something like you've never seen in your life. It's like mushroom journey without mushrooms, but just with an open consciousness. It's amazing, like these windows that open. I'm like, whoa, there's something here. We need to go deeper. So shortly after that, whoa, the whole body starts waking up, full body orgasms. How fantastic is that? Like a plus bonus. And this is the part where a lot of people start getting frightened of this beautiful consciousness flowing through the body, is it can feel very nice. And if you can start employing that in your lovemaking, you are then amplifying your connection with this divine light in the body, and you're going on the highway because you're making love. So that one big benefit was being able to have like full body orgasms, like rippling through me like balls of light, whoop, 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 for hours, hours, hours. It's amazing. And then started realizing, when I keep wanting to say we are in this state of orgasmicness, of all the lights on inside the body, I get downloads, insights, inspiration. It's like, whoa, but like big downloads, like archetypal kind of downloads. Then working with clients where we wake up their energy body, and the moment that energy body wakes up, there is like a deep remembering of something of how we are able to be that we had forgotten. It really helps when you reflect this with another person. So you can put all your own lights on. Oh, now I'm preaching again, sorry. So when I started working with clients and their lights go on, and we start dancing with these lights jumping through and our bodies from one to the other, and there's like streams of flippin' intelligence going through there that is transmitted like telepathy. And I often hear voices, but it's so fast that I can't go and write it down afterwards, like lots of fast talking. Everyone is on the same page. Everyone's on the same page. Nobody's wondering what anyone is thinking, because everybody can feel what everyone is thinking in that moment, in that exchange. And it's non-sexual. It is like very physical, because there's streams of pleasure and light going through your body like this. And people don't believe me when I say this is what we do. They don't believe me, because like, how? It's true. And the problem is, people do that in a tantra session and they don't go about running about telling their friends that they were at this tantra session and this light lit up inside themselves, and they started like having telepathy with a therapist, body telepathy. But it's never sexual, but it's very sensual and it moves. I can feel very clearly when we're in that state of the whole body lit up, that we are connecting with God. That's it. It just feels like this is such pure divine light flowing through one. It is, we are definitely connecting with God. And the wonderful thing is, when a client wakes up and they start noticing their own internal light, like I never do anything. I don't put a light in there. I just hold my hand so they can remember what they feel like and how alive they are. And then when they start lighting up, they never say thank you. And it makes me so happy. They never, ever say thank you. And even when I say to them, you don't thank me, which is fantastic because you own it. And they're like, yeah, but I do. They always say, I remember. It's like just a state of how I am that I remember. And every time a client wakes up, I can feel we are communicating on another kind of dimension here. It's like a dimension of communication, or it's like a sense that we have, or an ability that we have that we had forgotten about, because all our energy is in our heads. And this is a very visceral thing. We basically turn on the body into this vibrational pleasure vibe, and it really starts transmitting like good information, things about love and forgiveness and supporting one another. It's like tribal information. Yeah. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's like something we are remembering. All the spiritual songs say we remember, we remember, we remember. Okay. So back to the remembering, and our topic, we're actually busy with the God topic. I want to cease saying God and change that name so that I don't look outside and give it a name that's separate. I'm just for now going to call it life. life. What? Vida. Vida. Life itself. So this sensation that we feel is life itself. It's our life force. And we can circulate it through the body consciously by just using your imagination, and then use a bit of imagination, you literally start feeling it mowing, rowing, moving, vibrating, circling through the body. It's amazing. It's amazing. But it's something to practice. So I was curious. This energy is bringing me so many good things in my life. It opens nature to me in the most wonderful way that I could never have comprehended. It brings beautiful people and friends into my life with whom I can also move the energy so that I realize that I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one. There are more of us. So now I'm curious. I'm working with clients. I'm feeling good. Then I start experimenting in normal life. I'm like, hey, let's do an experiment. Let's see if we can switch on this like Kundalini energy vibe. Just like really feeling my spine to make it simple, in simple terms. So then I start going out and about in the streets and coffee shops and, on the bus, etc., the train, or la la la. And I start practicing to tune into this vibration into my body when I'm out and about. And every time I do it, the most amazing synchronicities happen. And it's always when I'm tuned in and someone comes and speaks to me about a certain topic, it's always a message. It's something that I need to know right now. It often points me in a direction. I love thrifting. Whoo! If I'm tuned in and I thrift, the stuff that I find then are there for me to use. They are placed there for me to use on my path. Everything is just totally in alignment. So I don't do it all the time because I keep forgetting, and then I do it. I'm like, yeah, it's actually quite magical. But hey, how far can we believe in magic? Sometimes we just forget to believe in magic. So it's a bit of a practice to tune in. So then I wanted to know even more about this energy, and it's been solo exploring up until now, because that just worked for me. Everyone figures it out for themselves. I think the more we figure it out for ourselves, the better. But this one time I did decide to be taught, for the reason that I was tuning in public, tuning in a lot, and then every time it must have been like 9 times. In very significant moments, people speak to me about the Vipassana. A client speaks to me about the Vipassana. It's like everywhere. Vipassana. Okay, I must do Vipassana. So I go and do the Vipassana. Okay, I'm going to allow myself to be taught. When the student is ready, the master appears. And who the master then was this is a teaching from the Buddha himself that's been handed down, and it's being held now by this guy called Gunka. But it's a teaching from the Buddha itself. And the idea is, again, that you are the Buddha. And long before this, this had also, in the meantime, by connecting to my body, become clear to me that this is exactly the same message that Jesus had. And that it was a bit concocted in the church, that Jesus really said God is inside you, inside your body, and you access God through your body. Yeah, and somehow we missed that part. So now I'm being taught by the Buddha. Wow. The basic teaching is you meditate. It's a 10-day retreat. No talking. There's lots of other people too. No talking. And we meditated for 11 hours a day. So good. So, oh my word. They first teach you to concentrate just by sensing this air going in and out, the sensation, the physical sensation of the air. But you don't put your fingers going in and out for 3 days. You just sharpen your mind so that your whole mind can be dedicated to only one thing, and that is feeling. And that's hard, eh? It's not like you get it right for 3 days on end. It's like you're learning to weld there. Like zzz, honing in your focus on not the thoughts, but actually a sensation. And then we start after those 3 days, then we start the meditation and you sit in pure silence and you scan the sensations of your body. And that beautiful teacher that was holding space, every now and again he checked in with us individually just to check. And the only question he ever asked was, do you feel it physical? Is it visceral for you? Because that was what we were doing. Clearing the mind, but just by saying, how much can I feel? And this is what I always say to my clients. I say, use your whole brain to focus on how much you can feel. Like, just surrender the whole process into how much you can feel. Like, give your brain something to do. This, feel. Geez. So now, in the Vipassana, whoa, doing this through my body the whole bloody day. No, the whole beautiful day. Oh my word, it felt so good. I felt these balls of awareness as they moved, like where my awareness was, just moving through my body everywhere. And for the first time, I was doing it all the time, all day long, and not dancing or making love. Because I'm usually moving all over the show. So now I was sitting still, but I did cheat a little bit. I did lots of like little micro movements that so they won't see. So I was wiggling there under my prayer blanket, hey, like I don't know if you can see me moving now, but I was doing this like doing my snaky snakes up and down my spine and down my arms to my. I was doing my moving my energy, not my energy. Oh yeah, my energy. I was moving my awareness like all over my body all day long. By day 4 already, I started going in my body, feeling my body, and then into the nothingness inside. This pure blank space of pure potential, open awareness. And in that moment, I was so aware that I am not my body. I'm just this clear awareness inside my body. This clear stream of, I want to almost call it observation, presence, aliveness. And we were working with the theme of anonymity. I love that. There was like an anonymity, like a inside my body, like I would be sitting inside a car. And this body is this shell that's moving me around, and I can perceive some stuff through the senses of this tool. I'm joking about it now, but it felt really clear and simple in the middle. And then nature, on day 4 already, nature started being so generous and kind. It was like the generosity of nature, just everything was so beautiful. It felt to me like when I walked past a tree that it would call me and say, hey, look how cool I am. Look at this, look at this. And it'll shake its leaves and like move its branches and show me its bark and the beautiful patterns on it. And it's like, geez. Pure meditation. By day 8, and I have said this before, but by day 8, with the body having been visited with awareness over and over and over for hours on a day on end, doing this practice that we're doing and that I've been doing all along, but just really intense. My whole body filled with light. There was this pulsing through me. I went outside and everything was like see-through. It was like see-through, like just light rays, before they hit the screen. It's like those rays of the film projector. Before they hit the screen, I looked behind the screen. I saw behind the screen. My whole body was behind the screen. I could feel so much, and my body was doing this whole Kundalini thing, like I went outside. It happened. Fortunately, I was meditating in my room, because it might not have happened if I felt, I would disturb people physically, which I don't want to do. So thank God I was in my room, because once the light filled my body, it just started moving. Not crazy, but these ripples were going through. I went outside. Everything, like, so beautiful, like it's all like just singing hallelujah all the time, like ah. And I could feel, it's like my whole body could feel, and there was this vibration in my body, and it was the same with everything. I'm looking up, because I was looking up at the trees and the sky, and actually everything. I must say, when it first came in, I did throw up as well. It was really interesting. And then, like, body started pulsing, and everything was pulsing in and out of reality. And it really felt to me like that pulse manifest. And we were in this space of the reflection, and it gets thinner and thinner, and denser and denser, and thinner and thinner, and denser and denser. And we were going into this thin space. And I really felt that if I let go, I will dissipate. Now, I felt like I had eaten 4 grams of mushrooms. It looked a little bit like that, but better. And I was fully, 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 fully conscious. Actually, I think that conscious is like everywhere in my body. It felt so good, but I was also a bit freaked out. I thought I had died, or I had this confusion. Like, I felt I could dissipate, but then everything was so wonderful. I was so blissful. Everything was so beautiful. My whole reality looked otherwise. I think that's why I thought, now I understand why I thought I was dead, because I was basically in heaven. So it still looks exactly like what is here, but we see it different. It's like shiny and see-through. I eventually did ground myself and sort of bring myself back, so that I'm not in that like flipping out stage anymore. And I tied my hair up to be a bit more back contained, not so expansive. Yeah, and then days after that, like weeks after that, my whole reality was different. And now I'm coming back to when I was speaking about wanting to find God. In that moment, I really understand now what Jesus was on about, with like, God, let's give it another name. Let's give it the name life. just because we've got so many associations with it. Let's call it life. Is really, really, really inside us. For the first time, that message of Christ was not removing ourselves or praying to, but really unifying with God, that we are more than our circumstances, and that we are God already. We're not going to God, we are God already. It's like accepting, accepting that we are God, with God. God is with us, allowing God to be with us, bringing heaven down to earth. So now I understand what Jesus meant with bringing heaven down to earth. We bring heaven down to earth through us and through our bodies, very specifically. So I still have to constantly remind myself that, yes, you may connect with the head office directly. You may have a direct line with the head office through your body. Yeah. And we're learning. We are learning. I'm telling you, I have glimpses. I have these glimpses that are so radical and so wild that it's easy to just say, oh, that was. It's like when people have a mushroom trip and then after, they see the energy field and themselves as energy and all that stuff. And then later we can say, oh, that was a trip. So now, what if it is not a trip? So what if we really pop through? And the thing is, we pop through and we come back, and we pop through and we come back, and we have these moments of insight, and then we back, and we have these moments of insight, and we come back. And I think that's just the nature of how it is for me. And because I have these moments of insight, they then make it's like giving me candy. And I'm like, I want more of that. I want more of that. How do I do it? And then I can also start feeling how I go off the path when I get distracted, when I get it wrong. Yeah. So that's the story of me and God, me and life. I love you. Oh, I know I got a little sidetracked there with the thing of when I went into the void inside, but what I wanted to add actually was in that moment, time also stopped existing. That was quite something to meditate into that void of pure potential within oneself, and then every now and again, time just stops there. And that also happened when I popped through the veil. Time just ceased to exist. Yeah, it was just the moment, just the moment. That's it, just the moment. When I got back into my room, I was putting on my jacket and I bumped the little alarm clock that was on the table there, and it just shattered into so many pieces that I could never put it back together again. And I looked at this clock and I just knew it was such a strong symbolism to be part of this whole beautiful discovery of what potential we have as human beings. Hey, that we can actually connect with God for real. I want to say for real again because I keep thinking like me, no. no, maybe I'm not good enough. Like, really? Really? Yeah, but I think it's okay. I think God is happy, more whole when we do it. Yeah, and this is how we heal the planet. So I truly believe that when everybody meditates and feels the energy through their bodies, that we will all shift to a higher state of being, and the vibration on the earth will change, and we will save the planet.